6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. A meeting of the Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with the Prime Minister in the chair. The Prime Minister has welcomed the reduction of 2% in the policy rate by the State Bank of Pakistan, declaring it a good omen for the country's economy. The Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization has emphasized on measures for protecting maritime environment. The Information Minister has expressed the government's commitment to address the challenge of climate change in collaboration with international partners. The Senate was informed today that the government is taking steps to provide uninterrupted internet availability in the country. Pakistan has strongly condemned the recent decision by the Delhi High Court to uphold the Indian decision to proscribe several political parties advocating rights of the Kashmiri people. In the Asian Champions Trophy hockey tournament, Pakistan beat China by 5-1 in Ulaanbaatar, China today. And now the news in detail. A meeting of the Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif in the chair. The meeting is discussing matters of national importance. The State Bank of Pakistan has cut the policy rate by 200 basis points to 17.5%. According to a press release, the decision was made by the Monetary Policy Committee of the bank in its meeting at Karachi today. The new monetary policy will be effective from tomorrow. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has welcomed the decline of policy rate by 2% by the State Bank of Pakistan, declaring it a good omen for the country's economy. In a statement, he said decrease in the policy rate will augment the investors' confidence in Pakistan's economy and also increase investment. The Prime Minister said rapid decrease in the inflation rate has resulted in decline of interest rate. The Prime Minister also lauded the efforts of the Finance Minister and other concerned departments for the revival of the economy. The Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, Arsenio Antonio Domingos Velasco, has extended all-out cooperation to Pakistan for harnessing its maritime trade and ship recycling potential. He was addressing the International Maritime Business and Finance Conference in Islamabad today. He emphasized measures for protecting maritime environment and ensuring a sustainable working of maritime sector. The Secretary General said International Maritime Organization is not just about protecting the maritime environment, but also aims at evolving such safety protocols which are necessary to continue the international maritime trade in a sustainable manner. Addressing the conference, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister Mohammad Asagda reiterated Pakistan's commitment to environmental sustainability, being one of the most vulnerable countries to climate change. He highlighted the initiatives for modernizing the fisheries and shipbreaking sector with advanced technology and practices. He said Pakistan's port sector offers significant investment opportunities with several terminals operated by international groups. Earlier in his welcome note, the Minister for Maritime Affairs, Qasir Ahmed Sheikh, said Pakistan fully complies with the regulations of the International Maritime Organization. The minister said Pakistan is ensuring the protection of marine biodiversity in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Ataullah Tarar, has expressed the government's commitment to address the challenge of climate change with the collaboration of international partners. He was addressing a news conference flanked by the coordinator to the Prime Minister on climate change, Romina Khurshid Alam, in Islamabad today. The minister said contribution of Pakistan in global carbon emission is minuscule, but unfortunately the country is included in the list of those nations which are suffering badly due to the hazardous impacts of climate change. This is Radio Pakistan. The Senate was informed today that the government is taking steps to provide uninterrupted internet availability in the country. Responding to a query during question hour in the upper house, the Minister of State for Information Technology, Shahzad Fatma Khwaja, said an undersea cable has become damaged and will be fully functional by the end of next month. She said the government is committed to providing high-speed internet, which is vital to enhance IT exports. Answering another question, the Minister of State said measures are also being taken to prevent online scams and frauds. Pakistan has strongly condemned the recent decision by Delhi High Court to uphold the Indian decision to proscribe several political parties advocating the rights of the Kashmiri people. At the weekly media briefing in Islamabad today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said banning of indigenous political parties is part of India's relentless campaign to subjugate the Kashmiri people, stifle dissent, and consolidate its occupation of the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. She said Indian judiciary's role in legitimizing these actions follows recent decisions sanctioning the suppression of legitimate political voices in Jammu and Kashmir. Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said last year the Indian Supreme Court upheld illegal and unilateral acts of 2019 in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Replying to another question, Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said Pakistan believes that the future of South Asia lies in peace and the road to peace goes through a peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has emphasized that the just resolution of the Kashmir dispute in accordance with the United Nations resolution is essential for achieving peace in South Asia. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesman, Advocate Abdur Rashid Minhas, in a statement in Srinagar, stated that the unresolved Kashmir dispute has led to excessive militarization in the territory, making it a ticking time bomb. He criticized India for impeding the way for over 7 decades for a peaceful resolution of the Kashmir dispute. Abdur Rashid Minhas urged the global community to hold the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi accountable for India's war crimes against the Kashmiri people. Meanwhile, the Indian troops continued their cordon search operations in Kupwara, Udhampur, Katwa, Rajouri and Poonch districts. The National Conference Jammu President Ratan Lal Gupta, in a statement in Jammu, strongly condemned the BJP-led regime for awarding jobs and contracts related to occupied Jammu and Kashmir's resources to outsiders. International experts and human rights advocates have denounced India's systematic use of enforced disappearances in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir as a crime against humanity. Speaking at a seminar organized by the Kashmir Institute of International Relations in Geneva, the speakers demanded international community take notice of the issue and hold India accountable for its human rights abuses. The seminar, held on the sidelines of the 57th session of the UNHRC, was attended by diplomats, human rights defenders, and members of the international civil society. And now hockey. In the Asian Champions Trophy hockey tournament, Pakistan beat China by 5-1 in Ulaanbaatar, China today. The Pakistan team will now face India on Saturday. Whereas on the 5th day of the 5th World Nomad Games in Astana, Kazakhstan is leading the medals table with 71 medals, including 29 gold. Uzbekistan is second with 32 medals, including 11 gold, while Kyrgyzstan is placed third with 40 medals, including 10 gold medals. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunder showers is likely in Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Islamabad, Potawar region and Kashmir. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.